Hello, in this short format video, I want to test an EMF app. The reason I do that is because I just want to see how real they are, but also to note something interesting about them. So let's get into it. Now, I'm going to let the phone on the table and you're going to see that it shows around 46 microtesla. Now this changes and I've also seen 33, but we're going to stick with it. Well, it is actually a known fact that phones do emit EMF. So I'm going to bring my EMF sensor. As you can already see, it's pretty angry and it definitely shows EMF. But now I've disassembled this box zapper, or fly zapper as I want to call it, and I've exposed these leads. Now, why did I do that? Well, now I can make some high voltage EMF. So let's actually test that. I'm going to lay, now let's actually see. Not that much of a change. We can see that it did indeed. Now it's even higher because I shook it. Interesting. Let's calibrate it. Anyway, interesting that you have to calibrate an EMF sensor by spinning it around. Anyway, as you saw, we didn't see actually that much. So now I have an Arduino Mega oscilloscope, which is connected to this analog pin over here via this wire, and it is connected to nowhere. Now, if I actually bring one of the wires and press the button, you can see something on the oscilloscope, meaning that there is definitely some EMF. And in fact, if I actually grab this, you will see that it will show this AC frequency sine wave. So, does it work or does it not work? Now that is the main question. Now the app does say that it uses its magnetometer. That is actually the issue. Here I have now an app that shows me the magnetometer values. It kinda reminds me of something, doesn't it? Also measures in microtesla. So now, you can see that it really raises pretty high. Interesting, don't you think? But there's really no phone here. So what's the meaning of it? Because the EMF sensor uses the magnetometer as a value, it also measures the magnetic fields around it, the static ones. And well, since this case has some magnetic, and also because speakers have magnets, it raises the value. While the app does still claim that it uses Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antenna, and I have my Bluetooth on, nevertheless it still doesn't seem to work that well. And sometimes it just seems random. So I guess now that's how ghosts are being hunted. I guess I'm being haunted. But anyway, the reason you have to actually flip the phone like this is to actually calibrate the magnetometer inside. So I'm not very sure what to think of, but it definitely doesn't work that well. And since I have tested some closed phone and it still shows a value, if I can bring it around, and also even the speakers in front, due to having their magnets, it also shows a value. And even with active phones, it just doesn't seem to work that well. So anyway, it doesn't seem that the apps that I've tested did the magic for me. So I would conclude that there's definitely something about them and they are not really that quite simple to understand. But anyway, leave your comment and tell me if your app works better and you've tested, but for me it doesn't seem to show any EMF that well at all.